All right, guys, this video is going to be a little bit different. I know that you've seen videos about highly complimented fragrances and fragrances that get compliments, but this particular video, I'm going to take it a step further. Not only are we going to talk about complimented fragrances in this video, but fragrances that have gotten the response. Not only a compliment, but the female has actually said, what is that? I need the name of it because I need to write that fragrance down for my husband or boyfriend. All of these fragrances have gotten that response at least once. And I want to share those fragrances with you guys. Class is in session. Thank me later. What's going on YouTube? I'm the Bowtie Fragrance Guy. I talk about fragrances on this channel primarily, but I also jump into talking about a little bit of style, grooming content as well. So if you're into that, make sure you hit subscribe. Don't forget to enable notifications by hitting the bell icon as well, so that way anytime a new video is uploaded on this channel, you get notified. So guys, you heard me in the intro. We're talking about fragrances that have gotten compliments, but the very specific situation where the female has asked what the fragrance is because they wanted to write it down for their significant other. Those are the fragrances that I'm going to tell you guys about today. So I'm going to run the intro, and when we come back, we're going to get into it. So if you want to see what's on this list, which all of you probably should, you know the routine. Keep it locked right here. Let's get it.
The Bowtie Fragrance Guy.
All right, guys, we're back. Thank you so much for keeping it locked in. Let's jump into this video. I will say this ahead of time, two things. If you want to check any of these fragrances out, as many of them as I can, I'll make sure I link them to the video. So you see that little products link down there, make sure you click on that and check them out. I always scour to see what the best price is on these fragrances, so that way if you want to check them out, you can at the best price. Number two, a lot of these fragrances probably will come as no surprise to you guys because at least on this channel, I've mentioned them before as fragrances that have gotten compliments. We're just taking it a step further, so let's get into it. The first fragrance comes from the brand of Roja Parfums, and this is Elysium. Elysium, this is grapefruit, juniper berries, apple, blackcurrant, just to name a few. You know, there's a laundry list of notes in Roja Parfums fragrances, but guys, yes, this fragrance has gotten that particular response. Where a female has actually wanted to write this down. Again, this has happened several times with this particular fragrance, and I'm not surprised because what kind of hints at that Creed Aventus DNA. So in my experience, at least, that's been a fragrance or a scent profile, I would say, that has been oftentimes, you know, people have made inquiries about it. So definitely one, and I've gotten that particular response where a lady asked what this was and wanted to write it down. Again, several times that has happened with this fragrance. So check it out, guys. If you, for some reason, you've been living under the rock and haven't heard about it and haven't put your nose on it yet, do yourself a favor and check it out from the brand Roja Parfums. This is Elysium. All right, guys, the next fragrance on this particular list where this has happened, this fragrance comes from the brand of BK Parfums, and this is Tabac Rose. Tabac Rose, this is plum, Turkish rose, chocolate, and cinnamon, some of the main notes in this amazing fragrance. I have said this fragrance is one of the best that I've ever put my nose on. Just love it, man. It is a rose fragrance that has a slight kind of gourmand feel to it because of that chocolate and cinnamon combination in this fragrance. It's just fantastic. Very alluring fragrance. Again, one that is very compelling. You know, people feel compelled to inquire about it because it's so sensual, so seductive. And when they tend to get in that little radius of your sillage, this fragrance gets the job done. So definitely one that I recall a very specific incident. I was getting off the elevator at work. A female was walking by and she said, "My God, you smell good. What is that you're wearing? I need to write this one down." So make sure you check this out, guys. It's from the brand of BK Parfums. This is Tabac Rose. This stuff is phenomenal. All right, guys, this next fragrance comes from the brand of Louis Vuitton. I know you shouldn't be surprised this is on here. This is Lovers. Galbanum, sandalwood, cedarwood, and ginger are some of the main notes in this insanely complimented fragrance. The first day I wore this, I already told this story. I actually put this on my my Instagram. I don't remember if I ever uploaded it to YouTube or not as a short. I probably should. But the first weekend that I got this, I got it on a Thursday or Friday. Wore it to dinner that Friday night with the missus. Didn't get any compliments. But that next day I was going to attend a graduation, and I went to the gas station. And I walked into the gas station, 4 compliments from 4 different women, and all of them had a pen and a small scrap piece of paper to write down the name of this fragrance. They wanted to know what it was. Again, I told this story very outlined and detailed on Instagram. If I didn't upload it on YouTube, I'll make sure I do it as a short so you can kind of see it was like real-time reaction as soon as I came out of the store and I talked about it. But that's what this is. And there's been other days where it's been multiple compliments. So anyway, definitely one that has gotten that response. Let me write that down for my husband, my boyfriend, or whatever the case may be. This is from the brand of Louis Vuitton. It's for lovers. All right, guys, this next fragrance comes from the House of Creed. This is not going to come as any surprise to you guys that this fragrance has been asked to for the name to be written down, but it's from the brand of Creed. This is Aventus Cologne. This stuff is phenomenal, man. Easy to wear, ginger, vetiver, birch, musk. Definitely some reminiscence to the original Creed Aventus. Listen, man, this again, kind of like Elysium, one of those scent profiles that just grabs people's attention. This is another one that there's been multiple times that people have asked what this was and wanted to write down the name of it. But you guys know this one a lot, so we won't get that much into it, man. But make sure you put your nose on it. This is one of those fragrances, if you just wanted to have one fragrance for the rest of your life, this is one I would highly recommend to people. Fresh, versatile, and masculine. Stuff comes from the House of Creed, and of course, this is Aventus Cologne. All right, guys, the next fragrance comes from the brand Navitus Parfums, and this is Vivamor. Vivamor, this is pineapple, saffron, oak moss, and amberwood is some of the main notes. What did this smell like if you never had a chance to put your nose on it? Take Creed Aventus, Baccarat Rouge 540. If they had a baby, this would be their love child. Vivamor from Navitus Parfums. I distinctly remember an incident. I was working out of town in Augusta, and one of the ladies that worked there came into my office and asked what it was, and she wanted to write it down for her husband. I've gotten so many compliments on this fragrance over the years. It's just absolutely crazy. I mean, but what do you kind of expect when you take 2 of the most popular niche fragrances of this era and you combine them into one? Again, you're talking about Baccarat Rouge 540 and Creed Aventus. Is this stuff is absolutely insane. Again, I don't even have the time to talk about the number of compliments this has got me over the years. So anyway, check it out from the brand of Navitus Parfums. This is Vivamor. All right, guys, the next fragrance comes from the brand of Bond, number 9, and this is Scent of Peace for him. Love the bow tie on there. Of course, this is pineapple, juniper berries, black currant, cedarwood. Another fragrance that kind of hints around a little bit the Creed Aventus DNA. And I've told this story before as well. I was in Walmart, and I remember I was shopping, and I kind of at my peripheral saw this lady walk by, and I saw her back up. She came down the aisle and asked, "What is that you're wearing? I need to write this one down for my boyfriend." So very much a highly complimented, kind of mass appealing scent profile. So, I mean, you guys know what this is. If you put your nose on it, this is just one of those, again, one of those fragrances that really garners a lot of attention a lot of times when you wear it. It smells phenomenal. From the brand of Bond number 9. Check this one out as well, guys. This is Scent of Peace. Oh, let me straighten up his bow tie. There we go. Scent of Peace for him. All right, guys, the next fragrance on the list, this one actually comes from the brand of Boadicea Victorious. Now, I haven't talked a lot about this fragrance on the channel, and this actually just happened last week. But this fragrance is called Almas. Almas. And what you get here is pineapple, rose, oud, saffron, and amber. Guys, this thing right here is absolutely insane. Wore it last week, several compliments. But when I went to do my morning Starbucks run, there was a little bit older lady, older than me at least, that was behind me on the phone. And after I got my order, I was about to walk out, and she said, "Excuse me, sir, She was still on the phone. She was like, what is that you're wearing? I said, it's called Almas by Boadicea Victorious. And she said, wait a minute, I gotta write that down. write that down. So obviously, of course, I told her what it was and she wrote it down. And but again, I wouldn't say surprised, because I know the fresher scent profiles tend to be the ones more times than not that get compliments, but this isn't really a fresh scent profile, but it has that juicy pineapple note there with the rose oud and amber. You know, so those scent profiles, in my experience at least, don't get as many compliments as a fresher fragrance like an Imagination or a Aventus Cologne, but this one obviously gets the job done, because when I got to work, I got like 2 or 3 other compliments. So check it out, man. It's from the brand of Boadicea Victorious. This stuff is fantastic. A rose oud with pineapple. Very creative. This is called Almas. All right, guys, the next fragrance on the list, we're going back to bond number 9. This fragrance did a 360 for me. This is Wall Street. Wall Street. This is cucumber, bitter orange, lavender, and ambergris are some of the main notes. Again, I'm gonna tell you the trick with this fragrance, just put it on your clothes. To me, that cucumber seaweed thing does something on my skin that I'm not the hugest fan of, at least in like the first hour. When it dries down, it's a lot better, but when you put it on clothes, it is meant or intended when it was made or created to smell like money, and that's exactly what this smells like. If you've ever taken some dollar bills out of your pocket, I don't know what you may carry around. You may have some ones, you may have some 5s, 10s, 100s, whatever. Take some money out of your pocket and you smell money. That's weirdly what this fragrance smells like, and it smells phenomenal. Definitely one that you want to check out. Again, if you get around a crowd of people, this may be one that they may ask, what is that you're wearing? I want to write it down. Definitely happened to me. From the brand of Bond number 9, check this one out, guys. This is Wall Street. All right, guys, this next fragrance, I've talked about it a lot, so, and I've told you guys countless things about this particular fragrance as it relates to attention, grabbing, and compliments, but it doesn't, man. From the brand of Stephane Humbert Lucas, this is God of Fire. This stuff is insane. Of course, this is mango, ginger, musk, and amber, some of the main notes. This is so good. This is so good, man. Definitely an attention grabber. Again, there's been several incidents with this one as well where people have wanted to know what this fragrance was. It just catches people's attention. That juicy mango note up top. Then you have this really strong presence of powdery accords here as well with the amber when it dries down. This is, again, attention magnet. All right, check it out from the brand of Stephane Humbert Lucas, God of Fire. All right, guys, and last but not least on the list, I have talked about this fragrance before. And it comes from the brand of Chanel. This one is 1957. 1957. Very clean scent profile. This is aldehydes, white musk, honey, and vanilla. It's a fougere with a nice powdery twist with some honey. That's exactly what this is, man. Chanel does these really clean, fresh fragrances. People just tend to really love clean and fresh. You know, again, that's the typical person that you're going to come into contact with, love clean and fresh. So check this one out as well, guys. It's from the brand of Chanel, Compliment Machine. Trust me on this one. This is 1957. But that is it, guys. That is my time. I hope you enjoyed this video today. As always, I sincerely appreciate your time and your attention to these videos. You don't have to watch, but you do, and I sincerely appreciate that. Now, don't forget to take a few moments to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you're sharing the videos out to some other folks that you think could use the information or find it entertaining. Because I'm your guy, Darren. I'm the Bowtie Fragrance Guy. I love to look good, and of course, I love to smell fantastic. So until next time, keep looking good, keep smelling even better. I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.